What's up, YouTube? My name is Florita Okami. I'm one of your newest commentary content creators, and I come to you guys with the tea that you guys want to hear, whether it be good or bad. So without further ado, give this video a thumbs up, leave your comments down below, and subscribe because you know Florita keeps it real. So, welcome back to another episode of We're All School Podcast, episode number 92. Okay, because I had made a whole video, I had made like some type of like semi-steamy like Valentine's Day video that I'm definitely going to be re-uploading because it took me so much time. I literally took 2 to 3 hours editing that video. Literally, when we make our videos, I don't know about any of you guys, you other content creators, but it literally it's not about the filming the video. It's the editing, it's the labor, it's the time it takes into making the video. So I really do appreciate all my supporters. I really, really do. So I'm definitely going to be re-uploading that video because I thought it was super cute. Like, what? I was going to add it to this video to make it like, because I had some tea up in there. But nah. Y'all going to appreciate this video. So anyway, I hadn't seen and take a deeper dive into the whole Blueface and Stunna Girl situation. So it does seem like Stunna Girl is the only person who's got this guy tripping. But at the same time, Blueface always responds to the things that people say about him, whether it be good or bad. Like, he'll respond to Krishan if she puts something, he'll post something really embarrassing, like life exposing of her. Jaden, I wouldn't say he did too much about exposing or talking about her until when he got out. That whole thing calling her mid, which, by the way, I did that whole video where she was literally at the club and she was assaulted. You know what I'm saying? Some girl, she made a whole explanation about what happened and we're going to react to it because I only reacted to her getting, her behind smacked. So she definitely wasn't comfortable with that and we're going to react to her giving her explanation as to what exactly went down in the club when that girl took it upon herself to continuously, keep touching her. I showed the video and you guys can see the girl literally grabbing her. Oh, shit. And she was mad. And I think her manager or the person in control of like making and booking all the, the gatherings, she took it upon herself to explain also what happened. And I guess it's because Diamond the Body was also at that same club and she was allowing fans to actually touch her and, kind of do, not the most, but do enough to where they thought they could do that with Jaden and Jaden really wasn't having it. So all her and her homegirls took it upon themselves to, you feel me, defend her because it was definitely self-defense. It comes to this because there's not really that much exciting stuff going on. Like, you could tell what hasn't been hidden when it comes to our views. I feel like when it comes to us as content creators, when we make our videos, you could tell what ain't really hitting like that. And then people come back and be like, you're so invested. We not invested. We trying to literally give reviews and recaps of the shows. And then it's like, it's more drama than the actual show for us to even, opinionate on. I did want to get into that new season of Love and Hip Hop. I don't know if you guys remember Love and Hip Hop. It's kind of slowly coming back. I feel like, I don't know. It's so much other, shows that, I don't know what's going on with them, like their stories or their co-pilots or whatever, how you call it, whatever, when it comes to story producing and stuff like that, because these streaming shows, we got to do better. Like, I come from literally the time when the reality TV shows, they kind of made sense. Like, it was just a little bit more tea and a lot more, we were able to get a lot of things out instead of like just diving into the hand. Some of these girls be swinging on each other so fast, you'd be like, wait, what? Wait, okay, I'm trying to get down what happened. Okay, say it again. And then it's just like, it's a whole bunch of stuff, so we never know what's really going on. And then boom, there goes the CEO making a whole show, a whole spinoff about one of his castmates that he's impregnated. Like, I don't care what nobody say, that's kind of traumatizing. I done been traumatized, to say the least, to see all this, because I've seen it on shows like Power. We've seen it on reality TV and stuff. Well, not reality TV. We've seen it on shows, but to see this, like, it's becoming a soap opera, and I'm not here for it. Like, I don't care. Like, I feel like I don't care. Like, I don't care about their life. I feel like certain things that Scotty does, like when she posts or reacts in response to everything, I feel like I said it in my other video, if I was a female messing with a dude who I'm very well aware of that has a woman, I have to do my job as the side chick before, during, and after at all times. And I'm so glad that I am not a side chick. I'm so glad that I have morals and integrity. I promise you, I am okay with living my life, the rest of my life, the way I live it, than having another woman curl up in her bed at night, curled up in a ball, and just pouring out her eyes because she can't understand what's wrong with her. And she's questioning her every everything about who she is as a person, questioning her memories, the love. Like, we've all been there to where we've all had something very painful like that happen to us. And that's why a lot of bitches, get into it with me, because, I honestly don't, I'm not here for like the new generation music. I feel like the new generation music is ass and trash, especially when it comes to female rap. And if you listen to a lot of the female rap, I was on something yesterday, and the girl was literally playing a song, and the girl repetitively over and over again kept saying, I'm with your man, I'm with your man, I took your man, the whole thing, the whole time. And I'm like, that's wonderful and everything, but we live in a time and age where the side chicks is getting pregnant and treated like crap. You realize that the grass ain't greener. Like, you know what I'm saying? And me being a girl's girl, I've never been into music like that. No tea, no shade to the people who do like to listen to that. But I'm just like, you do realize that this female is telling you over and over again how she's about to come over in your life and cause havoc, chaos, and just be like a whole huge Jezebel in your life. That type of the music that we have, it makes us more hostile. It makes the music make you more hostile, very antisocial. People be so quick to be like, oh, I don't care. Da, 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 da. It's just weird. And I blame the culture. I blame the music. And to me, I feel like it's a destruction to women of color and men of color as a whole. I've never been into that. Don't get me wrong. I love my hip hop. I love my hip hop. I rap myself. I make music myself. And, I love music that talks about what's really going on in our society that the news don't talk about. I don't care, like, sometimes like some fun music, like, what I'm saying? Again, to each its own. My preference of music, really, I'm a huge goth head. Like, when I say I'm a huge goth head, I literally listen to metal. Like, I listen to punk rock. That's my music. Música Latina, Rake, Alejandro Fernandez, Kalimba, freaking Camila, even Rebelde. Well, I don't listen to Rebelde like that. If I could name some musicians that I listen to like that, I can't say Rake, Camila. I'm definitely picking Rake and Camila because Rake was my first CD that I heard them on the radio. Remember, I don't know if y'all remember growing up listening to that while your mom is like, the house smelling so good because she's over here cleaning the house, all you smell is fabuloso and shit like that. And she's playing the Radio Latina on the radio, and all you can hear is the music and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys are remember that song coming on when I was little. And then I remember one day, doom 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 doom. I remember hearing Yo Quisiera by Rake. Oh my God. So I would say Rake. Again, Pepe Aguilar. I didn't really listen to Pandora. That was more my mom's thing. And who else? Because there's so much. Like, if I was to, like, I mean, I've been listening to a lot of Junior H lately. Let me know, drop it down in the comments when it comes to music. Like, I've been listening to a lot of Junior H, Peso Pluma, you feel me, Fuerza Regida, you feel me, Red Malboro, that is my stuff. Anyway, I'm so off. I do listen to music, I just don't listen to that. I'm not judging the females who make the music. I get it, gotta serve a purpose, gotta serve a plan. We got to serve an agenda. There's a certain thing we got to sell out. We got to serve a certain agenda to get our bills paid. We got to sell out to get our bills paid. Yeah. So we gonna go over there. We gonna head over there. We gonna catch up, see what's been going on, because I know y'all love when I do my commentary and I keep it real. So let's head over there. Oh yeah, and thank you so much to all my day ones and all my supporters, and happy Valentine's Day. Whoa! Valentine's Day. Aquí trabajando. Wait, let's go over there. Names the baddies she doesn't want to see on chapter 2 of Baddies USA. There's going to be a chapter 2.
Even like Nunu, she was not needed. She's not needed for chapter 2. Let's leave Nunu home. Let's leave Smiley home. Let's leave Jayla home. Let's leave who else? Let's leave Gretchen home. Scotty, obviously she needs to stay home. She's pregnant. Like, she does need to stay home because she's pregnant. She don't need to be around no fighting. She don't need to be in the mix of nothing. You know what I'm saying? That she need to be.
You know what? I don't want to play devil's advocate. I agree with her. So far, those 5 women that she named on her list, I absolutely agree with her. When it comes to Gretchen, she doesn't need to come back. You don't need to bring your ass back because your whole storyline is literally calling people of color the N-word. That is literally your entire storyline. If that has to be that woman's entire storyline, do not bring her back. And I don't understand why Zeus Network does it. It's almost like Zeus Network does it to get a rise out of people. I don't understand why Gretchen needs to be here. Because there's like a mixture of emotions. Some people feel like she shouldn't say it. Other people feel like she shouldn't. I feel like if that's going to be her whole entire storyline, yes, she needs to hit the road, Jax. Don't you come back no more. Jayla, I don't know why Jayla has to go back. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, okay, I can agree with that. Jayla does. Jayla doesn't need to be on Baddies Girl. Jayla needs to be on something like Housewives of Atlanta or something like way more nice and way more uppity, way more upscale. That woman is too articulated, too beautiful, and carries herself too well. She's been like that since Baddies or since BGC. Jayla has always been classy like that. And I remember her getting into it because a girl kept saying the N-word there. So, you know, she's right about that. Scotty, I agree with her. Scotty needs to stay her butt home because she's pregnant. She looks so stupid when she's standing in the middle of the fights with her belly. No, you can't see a belly yet, but we know, us knowing that she's pregnant, and she be dead right there when they arguing, dead right there, just right there. She just be dead ass, just right there in the middle, right smacking. Girls is really getting the blows, and she be right there in the mix with her dog. Just, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? And then when something happens to y'all baby, you gonna blame the fans, the producers, the sky, the air. Y'all gonna blame everybody when something happened to that baby. Go sit it out. You won. You already F the dude. You got to freaking, you feel me? Got the ex-girl having to film y'all whole freaking documentary for the docuseries. You won. Go home. Who else she said needs to go home? Smiley. Smiley, I don't think she needs to be there. I agree with her when she said Smiley. Smiley, I feel like she has a nice, cute personality. She actually gets along with people and she actually makes good music. So when it comes to that, I'll play devil's advocate and I'll say that Smiley should go home. So all the girls that she's naming, I feel like there's sense behind it. There's definitely sense behind it, but we're going to go ahead and let her finish her list.
Oh, Janelle, absolutely. She does not need to be on no other season of Baddies ever in history of life. She's done. She can go. Tavy, she can go. I'm tired of Tavy. I'm just tired of looking at her. Like, bitch, I don't go. Just go. Just go. Like, Tavy, thank you for your services, but it's time to wrap it up. Tavy, you got to go. I'm so sorry, but no. All the BGC except Bree was boring. Absolutely. I don't even know what was the point of bringing them, and they wasn't gonna stay. They wasn't gonna interact with the fucking cast. I don't know, but the little scenes that be coming in and out of is like, it was not necessary. Even like Nunu.
Oh yeah, Nunu. That was the girl I was gonna say. Nunu. I agree with her. That Nunu was like, what? Why are you here? Okay. And you guys know I don't even really do the reaction to this, but look. Bro. Ooh, that was me trying to like take back what I watched. What else we got? Oh my God. For my supporters, because I like to keep you guys in the know, it says, Lemuel Plummer speaks out in regards to clip of Ray J asking Janeisha about the relationship between the two. Because, I mean, who doesn't want to know what's been going on with that? Like, Janeisha has always been so classy when everybody throwing shade and everybody's making fun of it, poking fun of it. Janeisha has always been classy, never said anything. I think this was the first time that she did. I don't get why Scotty got so upset with her. Janeisha literally never comments on anything. The one time she did, Scotty was all like throwing shade, talking about come be a baddie. She doesn't need to be a baddie. She owns the very show that you got casted on. So she doesn't have to do shit. Anyway, it says, and I quote, I've seen the viral clip of Ray J asking Janeisha about the relationship dynamic between her, me, and the response that followed, and while the internet may debate tone and intent endlessly, the truth is none of us truly know what was meant in the moment. What I do know is the comparisons, projections, and negativity directed toward two incredible women need to stop. Let me be unequivocally clear. If there is any homewrecker in the narrative, it is me. I made choices. I carry the responsibility. That was not a conventional or perfectly packaged transition, and I understand how that invites scrutiny, but that burden belongs to me alone. I will always value the history and shared experiences of my past while also confidently embracing the future I've chosen. That decision does not erase gratitude. It simply reflects growth and alignment. Scotty is carrying my child, our beautiful baby girl, and that is a blessing I thank God for daily. Pregnancy is sacred and life-altering, and she is enduring it with strength and grace while literally risking her body to bring life into this world. She deserves peace and protection and a pregnancy experience filled with love, not public hostility. Both women deserve dignity. Both deserve respect. I am owning my decisions fully and asking everyone else to release the comparisons and the cruelty. This is my accountability to hold, okay? And this is what people were tripping about.
Right? You got athletes on your line. I heard you got actors on your line.
I heard the DMs jumping.
I heard the DMs going crazy.
I mean, look at this. What y'all think?
Now, what's up with you and Lemmy? Are you and Lemmy good?
Lemmy got a baby on the way.
Well, I mean, oh, Sheila. Are you actually Janeisha, let's talk about your love life, right?
Okay, so do I think Red J was messy for this? No. And I'm going to tell you why I don't think he's messy. Because didn't nobody tell Lemuel to go cheat on his beautiful girlfriend, fiance, whatever you want to call it. Didn't nobody tell him to go do that. So him writing that long paragraph and essay to us and everything, I don't even want to say us, him writing that long paragraph to the world, we don't give a fuck. And Scotty, don't nobody feel bad for her because she knew what she was doing. Okay, we don't give a fuck. It's all over everywhere. In my opinion, I look at Janeisha like she put these girls on. It wasn't no Nat, no nothing, because it doesn't matter how many people you want to bring in. If Lemuel and freaking Janeisha say no, high key, then that's what it's going to be, because you guys always hear Natalie Nunn go off and be like, I have no control over that. You guys are getting mad at me and I have no control over that, because she always gets upset like that. So I'm trying to tell you, clock the T right now. If they don't want people on that show, you're not going to be on that show. So I said all that to say, Scotty was given an opportunity by Janeisha and Lemuel, and she chose to sleep with her boss. Now, allegedly, that is not the only female. He's messed around with Anna. He's messed around with several cast members, according to what they say, because there's actual proof, but I'll say allegedly, right? Now, for me, I'm like, you feel me? He's been messing around. He's been unfaithful. He's been doing this stuff. Then you go around and then you give Scotty an opportunity. And I think this one hit home because he kept doing it and kept doing it and kept doing it. It has nothing to do with looks or anything like that, with none of them. It just has everything to do with lust. Okay? And at the end of the day, paint the narrative how you want to paint the narrative. Lemuel and Scotty gonna have that for a long time on them. They're gonna have that dirty. Like, Scotty is gonna leave a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth for a long time because nobody likes a home record. They don't. And even though Lemuel's trying to put the blame on him, everybody's gonna look at the female, because at the end of the day, it's not like Scotty didn't know about Janeisha. It's not like you didn't know. And I hate when girls be like, well, we not friends. I don't owe you no loyalty. Okay, fine, you don't owe me no loyalty, but now lay down with the dog that you chose to lay with. You literally chose to go to the pound, pick the dog that's been messing around with all the other dogs, now lay down with that dog, So shit, it's tea, because it's like, dang, like I didn't ask for this. I'm pretty sure y'all didn't ask for this. We didn't ask for this. It got put and forced onto us and like shoved down our throats, their lives.
So we going through the bag, but hold on, because I got to see about some. I'm like, now how dirty is the Eagle? How dirty is it?
That was the fight between Summer and Dolly. Damn, I've been gone. Why Dolly? I mean, I have a couple of guesses. Dang, y'all fought. Ain't tomorrow Sunday, so there should be another episode coming tomorrow, and I'll definitely give you guys my opinion with that. From the looks of it, and from the clips, I can't say, it kind of does suck to see them get into it, but we all knew that was coming, because I know at the beginning it looked like maybe Lex and Dolly was using Summer to get to where they need to be, but in all actuality, I feel like Summer put too much on her plate by talking crazy the way she did. Like, it all started with the Emmett Till thing. I feel like when that happened, I feel like Lex and Dolly start looking at her, like start kind of like distancing themselves from her a bit. It wasn't because they were trying to give them the momentum. They were distancing herself from her. Because you see Big Lex shining on YouTube or on the internet. You see Big Lex. She's actually got her own personality. She's actually college educated. When you listen to her interviews, she's actually a very well polished, articulated, spoken young woman. And Dolly has been making music too. She's been making light of the situation. Everybody making fun of her, talking about F Dolly this and F Dolly that. She turned that around to her own positive, narrative, and she ended up actually making a song from it. So you can't really say that, with Summer, they were in her shadow, because if you look at Summer now, her main thing is literally reacting to every other episode, everything baddies, everything Zeus Network related. Even though she's not going to review or anything to do with that, she's, commenting, and it's like she needs that, whether or not you're going back and forth with the CEO and, saying Ed baddies and this and that, to still be so like in tune with it. And I can't even judge her with that part too. I ain't gonna lie, because I even said I wasn't gonna talk about it no more. But certain things be occurring to where it's like it's in your face. So it's like you might as well talk about it because it's content. I am a commentary content creator, whenever I see something, it has to be something to where it makes me be like, okay, I'm gonna talk about this today. Like, I'm gonna react to it today. I'm gonna do a reaction to it today. And a lot of you don't know, I started off doing Zeus Network commentary. That's so hard to say. Commentary content creation when I started first doing reactions and reviews to Jocelyn's Cabaret. A lot of you are from my old channel, which is cool. So y'all know what's tea. So yeah. Ain't really too much shit going on. I'm telling y'all, I don't really be in the know sometimes all the time because I'm mama bear duty. Mama life comes first. I literally have to go and do research and dig up the things that I find and relay them to you guys, making sure that it's actually factual. A lot of us be saying alleged, even though the proof be right there. We just be having to say allegedly to protect what we got going on. So thank you guys again so much for listening to another episode of We're All Screwed Up Podcast. You're probably like, why is it called the podcast? Does it not give podcast? All right, you guys. Bye.